All right, let's get started, beautiful people. All right, we are going to set up nice and straight in our seat. I want you to get comfortable. Start to relax the body. The way we do that is specifically giving our bodies, our shoulders, and our hips permission to just rest, right? That word rest, just letting go, nothing to do, but just get into this place where you're open to the next hour of class. Breathe in and breathe out. Look down at your feet. Make sure that they're about hips width apart. If you don't know what hips width apart is, it's your two fists pressed together, hugging the inner arches of your knees around your fist. You should see a nice capital H. And you just want to relax and breathe. If you like to close the eyes, close the eyes. Notice through each breath how you're able to receive air, nutritious air. And on the exhale, you can release all the stale air out of the body. Think about the navel touching the spine. Inhale, belly fills up. Exhale, navel touches the spine. Next breath in, I want you to imagine it can make it to your feet, whatever that is. And on the exhale, relax the lower part of your body more. Imagine that the breath is able to make it out through the nose. And just be steady here. Noticing your body, noticing any parts that you feel like might need some work, some compassion. Any pain, just be mindful of that for the practice. Modify as you need to and always honor your body. We're going to take our heels and just lift them up. Keep the toes on the ground. Inhale and breathe in, and exhale, hold. Imagine you have a ball in between your knees. You're holding that ball up. Just take a few breaths here. Feeling that breath make it down into the toes. And then, after about 4 breaths, gently lay the heels down on the ground. Full bottoms of the feet, sole on the ground. Toe to heel. And then reverse back. You can actually kind of even roll back just a little bit, still keeping a nice straight posture, lifting your toes up, but keeping the heels on the ground. And take about 4 breaths, keeping those toes up. And then gently after, bring the toes down to the ground. Take your right foot, lift your right foot out, and just rotate the ankle to the right, and then about 2 or 3 times to the left. And then the left. You want to be aware and mindful of your ankles and your knee. So if you need to keep the knee soft, keep the knee soft. And bring the feet back together, back to hips width apart. All right. Take both toes, place them on the ground, lift the heels up, and then just drop it down. Breaking up that energy, breaking up that stale air. They call this breaking up the chi in some disciplines. All right. It all works the same regardless of what you call it. You just drop it down. Then lift up the shoulders and then gently just drop down. And you're doing it together in unison. Shoulders with the heels and then they drop. All right. Beautiful. All right. Let's just shake this out for a second. Feel what your back body feels like as you twist. Notice if you're stiff. If you need a little extra time to do it, that's fine. Don't over twist, just enough. so that you get an idea and a sense of the way your vertebrae feels in your lower back. Breathe in and out. Bring your hands to the belly and just notice the breath. Together, we're going to do a few collective breaths. On your next exhale out, let go of all the stale air. Feel the sinking in the belly. Allow your fingertips to help exaggerate the emotion of the belly going down. And then on the inhale, breathe in and let the belly expand. That belly just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and accepting more vital air into the body. And then exhale, let it all go. You can even make a sound like ha or shh until all that air leaves the body. Inhale in, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let the last two be your own. Find your rhythm, because this rhythm we're going to use to start the class. You ready to drop your hands down by the side. Continue your breath work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to take our fingertips and we're going to start to lift them up, reaching our arms overhead, but just bend the elbows. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. And stay here for a moment. And then lift up, completely coming into mountain pose. Again, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Take the gaze up, look up, gaze up. And just stay here for a moment. Imagine that your sits bone is melted into the seat, but the rest of your body can lift up through the pelvic bowl through the rib cage, through the chest to the shoulders to the elbows to the wrists and the fingertips, and look up. See if you can see the sky. Now, if your shoulders are up by the ears, I want you to intentionally roll them back away from the ears. Always be in the habit of rolling them away from the ears. And know that the blood is starting to rush down, and that's okay. We're going to actually bring our hands down, not fast, but slow and steady. Steady wins the race. You're going to use that resistance to help build that strength in your muscles. It's an isometric kind of practice right now. As we lift up, our arms might get a little bit fatigued. We hold it there, the muscles get stronger. We reach through it, the energy becomes more vibrant. We know that we're alive. That energy and that blood flow, you can feel it, and I want you to be able to feel it. But then we start to lower down and we're steady. It's like weights in our hands. It's giving us a little bit of resistance with gravity. Then we can bring the hands all the way down by the side. So that gravity is our resistance. That is our weight. Arms come up, rise up. This time, interlace the fingers. You got a little bit of strength going on in your arms. Roll those shoulders away from the ears. Look up, gaze up. And then you're going to lean to your right. And you're just going to pivot back on the left shoulder and take the gaze up towards the ceiling. Yeah, there you go. Keep the sits bone grounded into the seat. Remember, it's melted there just for now. Come back up to center, and then lean to the left. Pivot open that right shoulder. Look up towards the inside of that right elbow. Yeah, there we go. And then come back to center. And hands come down slowly. You're going to want to just drop them, but hold it. That is where the work is. Exhale. Use your breath. Breathe through it. And notice how that helps to reduce some of that tension. Bring your hands behind you. We're going to inverse these arms. Roll those shoulders back away from the ears. Sit up nice and straight. You don't have to move in your chair. I'm just showing you what it looks like. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in. If you want to bring your arms up overhead like this, you can. Back behind you, or you feel like it's a little too much, you can just keep your hands pressed on your sacrum. That's that tailbone area. So those are your options. And then bring the hands down by the side and shake it out. Yes, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. We're going to take our chin, drop it down into our chest, but I know some of us might be leaning forward. What we want to do is anchor in through the sits bone so that we're grounded. Keep our body square to the room in front of us and only drop the chin. Only the chin. So if you feel yourself leaning forward, use your belly and your ab muscles to press back. Squeeze them. Maybe even squeeze the glutes so that you don't just come falling forward. Roll the right ear to the right shoulder and just stay there for a moment. There's nothing to rush here. It's just part of our practice. We're going to slow it down just a little bit because the neck is an area where the breath does the stretching for us. And it takes about a couple more breaths to get that work in. Roll the chin back down to the center chest and just stay there for a second. Keep breathing. Allow that breath to be intentional. Maybe even find a goal for the breath to reach. Remember how we started. We brought breath to our belly. We brought it to our feet. We brought it to our thighs. And then we're going to bring our left ear towards our left shoulder. There you go. Be gentle. Keep the body parallel to the room in front of us. So we shouldn't be leaning out of our chair like this. We should be nice and straight, just our neck. Roll the chin back down to the center chest. Right ear to the right shoulder. Take your right hand, raise it up, gently release the fingertips to the temple on the left side. Now the hand is just there. There's no forcing and no pushing. It's just sitting there. Breathe in and out. And try to let go of any thoughts that don't serve this part of the practice. Let it be intentional. If it is a thought that comes to your mind, such as how your body feels or what adjustments you can make to feel more comfortable. Right hand rises, release it back down, bring it towards the belly, chin to the chest, left ear to the left shoulder. Left hand lifts, and you lay the fingertips on the right side of the temple. Sit up a little bit taller in your seat and breathe. And when I say sit up taller in the seat, we're pressing up from the seat through that pelvic bowl. We're lifting up through the belly body so the belly is strong. The belly is doing this work to help us rise up. Not our shoulders, just the belly and the glutes. Keep breathing. Left hand lifts and you lay it back on the belly body. Bring the chin to the center chest and sit there for a few moments. Allow both hands now to come up and to lay on top of the head. Let the fingertips sit loosely on the head. No forcing, no tension. Hands lift up. Bring the hands down by the side this time. Gently lift the head up. And then take the gaze all the way up to the ceiling. And breathe in and out. Just stay there for a moment. Really give your shoulders permission to relax. Fingertips should be hanging loose. Tuck the chin back into the chest. Look back up. Head goes up, gaze goes up. Chin back to the chest. This time, take your hands, place them on the tops of your thighs, right around where your knee and your thigh meet. You're going to press your belly forward. And I'm going to move my chair just so you can see me. Okay. So you're pressing your belly forward, pressing your belly so it comes down towards your thighs, lifting up in the chest, gazing up. And this is our cow pose. We're going to come into our scared cat where we reverse. Our back bodies go towards the chair behind us or towards the wall behind us. The belly sinks in, navel to the spine. The chest does still come forward in a sense, but it kind of lifts up towards the shoulders. And then use your hands that are on your thighs as the thing that grounds you. And then we're going to reverse back and do these seated cat-cows about 4 to 5 times. Breathing in and out, finding your own breath, finding your own rhythm. You can allow your body to be a little fluid here. All right. Come back to center. Allow your gaze to be forward. Notice the way your body feels. Open up and do some twists. And just twisting it out, shaking it out. Awesome. All right, we're going to do our first flow of the class, right? And roll those shoulders, see how they feel. Should be a little bit looser. All right, arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead, no shoulders on the ears. Exhale, forward fold. Stay here for a moment and just stay in this forward fold, allowing your belly to completely be supported by your thighs. Let the head hang heavy, let your arms just droop over the legs. And breathe. Feel the breath go down through the spine all the way into the lowest part of the back body. And then half lift, flat back, and hold it. Yes. Now we're sitting out like we're running. Our hands are parallel to one another. It's like a box would be held behind us. Shoulders are out behind us. So we're rolling them back away from the ears. The front of the body, the upper body is leaning forward. Our belly is doing the work. Notice how your belly is here and how strong it is. Inhale and breathe in. On the exhale, gently bring it back to the thighs. Yes. And we're back in our forward fold. And shake out your arms while you're here. Shake out your head. Maybe yes and no. Roll it around a little bit. Just let out any tension. Slowly press your feet into the ground. Squeeze the core and lift up, reaching out through the half lift, flat back, coming up to that mountain pose. Gaze is up. And breathe. And just hold it for a moment. And then hands come down by the side. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. We're going to do some lower body work, and then we're going to come up to do some core work, okay? And then we're going to do some standing. All right. Hold on to your chair. And then bring your right foot out in front of you. And I just want to move like this so you can see me. Wherever you are is fine, right? You see my knee is kind of bent too. You can start out with that bent knee and then just press that foot out. If it's too much, you can just bring the ankle or the heel down to the mat. But if you can hold it out, I want you to hold it out. I want us to start to build some strength in our legs. Inhale and breathe in. And exhale out. And then gently bring the foot back to center. I know this is not the most fun part, but it's really important. Stretch out that leg on the left side now. Press that foot forward if you can. Remember, you can stretch the leg out and keep it on the ground, or you can lift it up. And then come back to center. All right, we're going to do this 3 more times on each side. Sit up nice and straight. Each time we do it, though, we're going to be more intentional. Inhale and breathe in. Lift up that leg, and on the exhale, press out. Inhale, breathe in, bring the foot back to center, and exhale, press out, and allow the foot to press down into the ground. Left side, inhale, breathe in, lift the leg up. Exhale, press out, pressing it forward. Inhale, come back, and then exhale, back to center. 2 more times. Right side, inhale, lift up. Exhale, press out. Inhale, come back, lifting that leg up, and then exhale, back to center. Inhale on the left side, left leg lifts. Exhale, press forward. Inhale, come back. Exhale, back down to center. Last one, make it count. So if you can bring up even higher, go for it. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, press that right foot out. Inhale, come back. And then exhale, back to center. Last one on the left side. Inhale, breathe in. Put in your full effort. Come on, guys. Press forward. Come back to center. And then down. Woo-hoo! Yeah. If you have anything on your mind, I bet it's gone. Right? That's what we wanted. Let's go through a full flow. Arms rise, reach up, lift up, overhead. Yeah. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, reach up, lift up, overhead. This time I want you to open up your legs. Bring your hands on top of your thighs and breathe. We're going to press the chest forward and then pull back, just like those cat-cows, but this time our legs are open. Pressing the chest forward and then pulling back. Yep, there we go. Let's do a few more of those. And come back to center. All right. Beautiful. Arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. I want you to take your left hand and I want you to bring it towards your right ankle and look up. Keep your right hand up. If you can't do that, just bring your right hand to your thigh, to your right thigh, okay? But you're crossing over. And breathe. Come back to center. Arms come up. Rise up. You're going to take your right hand and you're going to cross it over, and it's either going to be your ankle or your thigh. And then your left hand goes up and you cross over and you're looking up. Come back to center. All right. This time we're going to take that left hand and we're going to bring it down to the inside of the the inside of the left thigh. So the elbow is on the inside of the knee. The fingertips are wrapped around the left ankle. Right hand is up in the air. Come back up, arms overhead. Take the right hands. We're going to come down through the right side, wrapping our fingertips around the right ankle. Gaze is up, left hand is up. Sit bone is going to want to kind of ride up. See if you can keep it grounded the best you can into the seat. Know it's a practice, so just give yourself compassion as you do it and patience. Come back up, squeeze that core, coming back up to center, and bring the hands down. All right, keep the legs apart, just bring the arms behind you, squeeze back. There we go. Yep. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna shake that out, the shoulders, shimmy the shoulders. All right, all right. We're gonna take our left shoulder. So I want you to here's your left shoulder, wiggle your left shoulder. All right, yeah, there you go. And we did this one last week, so you just twist over towards the center and then bring that shoulder down the middle of your legs. Beautiful. Just pause for a second. Really breathe into the full space of your rib and your back body. The back part of your body where the lower back is, the thighs, the hamstrings. Okay, try to find some peace here. Slowly, we're going to bring the belly up, bring the arms up, roll the shoulders back, shimmy the right shoulder, and bring the right shoulder down now, down the center line. Your hand is pressing into the right leg. Your left arm is bent. You're using your hands for support. Then don't hold the breath. Inhale and exhale at your own rhythm. No special way to breathe here. You're doing it right. Come back up to center. Let's do the other side again. All right. We're not going to hold it as long this time. We're going to come up, come back to center, and then do the left. One breath, one movement. And come back up. Beautiful. Toe heel the feet together. Bring yourself into one long line of a leg, like you had a tree trunk. So your legs are together. Press your feet into the ground. Squeeze the belly. Beautiful. Arms rise. Press the hands together. Bringing them above head. Look up, gaze up. Thunderbolt. Seated thunderbolt. And then we're going to bring the hands down into the heart. Palms stay pressed. You're going to wiggle your left elbow and bring that left elbow down to the left thigh. Right elbow goes up. Now, if you want, you can take that right elbow and bring it across. That left elbow and bring it across to the right thigh or hook it over. But you don't have to. You can keep it right here. Left elbow to the left thigh. But if you want to cross over, you can do that. I'm going to actually make sure that this is closed because I didn't realize it was on and it keeps dinging. All right. Squeeze the core, come back up to center. Palms are still pressed together. We're going to take the right elbow, wiggle the right elbow. And then we're going to bring the right elbow to the right thigh. Look up, gaze up. If you want to cross it over, you can. Remember, that is an option. Make sure you can hear me. Find your comfortable zone. Remember, yoga is not a competition. There's no awards given. The practice is just for you, and the fact that you showed up and you tried it is enough. Come back to center. Beautiful, beautiful. And bring the hands down by the side. Yes, open up the legs, just the hips width apart. We're going to go through a flow, and we're actually going to do 3 flows, okay? So arms rise, look up, gaze up, exhale, forward fold. One breath, one movement. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. And then bring the hands down, or you can bring them by the side, whichever way. Let's go back up. Inhale and breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale, breathe in. And you shake it all about. And come back down, forward fold. And then inhale, reach up, lift up. And then bring the hands either down by the sides or down through heart center. Last one, make it your own. I'm just going to go through the demo. You can do it on your own. I trust you. And hands by the side. And relax. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's do the bottom leg work, then the core work. I just want to wrap up the legs so that we can scan. Let me see what time it is. Go, we got good time. Great times today. So take the right foot, kick it out in front of you, place the heel down on the ground. All right, take the left, cross it over, extended leg, forward fold. All right, sit up nice and tall in your seat. I like holding onto my chair to start, just because, I don't know, I just feel better about it and it feels more stable, but it's really up to you, okay? Eventually I let go and when I feel more comfortable. So we're gonna sit up tall and then slowly lean forward. You should feel this in the hamstrings. Take your chin, tuck it into your chest. You don't have to go very far. In fact, if you feel like you just can't go much further than maybe an inch, that's fine. And one of the tricks about this is you're not letting your back hunch over, but your belly is pressing forward towards your thighs, and then you're finding that comfort zone. And you're going to feel this more in your left than your right. I mean, more in your right than your left, because the right foot is on the bottom. That is the leg that's being intensely stretched, so adjust as you need to. You got this. Keep breathing. And gently, we're going to come up. Belly, chest, and then head. Bring your feet back to that hips width apart. And just kind of lift up those legs. Shake it out to the left and the right as we come on to do the other side. All right. Left foot comes forward. You can wiggle the left foot, place it down on the ground. Heel is on the ground. The toes are up, waving hello, so the foot is flexed. This time, the right leg is going to go on top of the left, and you're going to feel the stretch more intensely on the left side. Right, sit up nice and tall, and then press the belly forward. Find that place where you're comfy, and then take the chin and tuck it to the chest. Adjust as much as you need to and find peace. Gently, we're going to come up, belly, chest, and then head. Undo our legs, unwind them, shake them up and down. If you like to, maybe even add a few windshield wiper things with your legs. All right, stretch it out however you need to. Toe heel those feet back to hips width apart, and then shake it out on top. All right. Okay, arms come up, reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. And this time we're going to exhale, and our arms are going to come down. Our fingertips are going to wrap around our knee. Yeah. So if you have to keep the toe on the ground for stability, that's fine. But if you can lift it up, that's great. You don't have to go very far with it. Now, for those who can, I want you to bring your knee up towards the inside of your right arm. Not to the chest because it cuts off the air. That's why I always kind of just bring it towards the armpit so that I have space to breathe. And try to sit up as tall as you can. And then on the exhale, let the knee just fall into the fingertips. Those fingertips are interlaced, and the gravity does the work here. It stretches the mid back of the body. Let the chin tuck into the chest and let the back just dome shape. And when that is it protrudes out towards the chair behind you. And then squeeze the core, come up, bring that knee up. Again, towards the inside of that arm. Beautiful. Keep the leg here, and for those who can, bring your foot on top of your left thigh. If you cannot do that, I want you to bring your foot back down to the ground and come back into the extended leg forward fold that we just did. And just be in a more meditative place, okay? But for those who can do it, you're gonna bring it up. Now, if your leg looks like this and it's like up high, that's okay, that's normal. This is okay because every day is different. It doesn't have to be completely down. But if you can just kind of work it and kind of rock back and forth. That will start to open up that part of your body. Okay? And there we go. Sit nice and tall. All right. So I'm actually going to I'm going to do this one first, and I'm going to then show the modified version of it. But let me just get everybody into this position right now that's in it, okay? So once you find a comfortable place for your leg, you can stay just like this and close your eyes. You don't have to go anywhere else. If it's okay in your practice, you can bring your forearms down to the top of your foreleg and just relax there, tucking your chin into your chest. And if you're super like open today, like your hips are open and you want to challenge yourself to do it, you can actually drop your hands and just let them anchor over your legs, chin to the chest. And this is our seated pigeon pose. Now for those who are in this pose, just stay where you are. I'm going to now do the modification, okay? So for those of you who are in that pose with your extended leg forward fold, you can just, if you like, you can continue to hold on to the chair, or you can drop your hands down by the sides of your legs. And you're just doing a double stretch, but now you can intensify it like that. And you still will get some of the same benefits of the lower back stretch, but it will also be a hamstring stretch for you as well. Okay? I'm going to come back into that seated pigeon. Yep, nope, keep your chin to your chest. Yeah, don't worry what I'm doing. I'm watching you. You guys are great. Stay in it for another 2 breath cycles. And slowly you're gonna start to lift up, bringing your belly, chest, and head, regardless if you're in the extended leg or the pigeon. Bring your hands around your knee, and then just rotate. Rotate that ankle, rotate that foot, and come back into a to your base pose, which is your legs hips width apart. Okay, and if you're in your extended leg, just come back to hips width apart. Beautiful. All right, let's go through a flow, and then we're gonna do the left side. Arms rise, reach up, lift up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, scoop up on the left leg. Fingertips interlace. The weight falls into the fingertips. Okay, it's a good start. Remember, if you need to modify, modify. Squeeze the belly and allow for the knee to come up to the inside of the left arm. And then on the exhale, let go. Chin to the chest. Slowly lift up. Knee is up. And then exhale. We hold it. And on the next one, we're going to bring it up. And we're going to find that home, for us to get into our seated half pigeon. You can just rock back and forth. Getting comfortable. Remember, modify if you need to. If you can't do this, don't do it. Do the other pose, the extended leg, forward fold. Just bring out your left foot first and then put your right on top of it. Okay, but for those who are in the pigeon, we're going to do it first. Once you find a place, you can go to your level of intensity for stretch. So if you want to stay here, that's fine. You want to come to your forearms, chin to the chest, you can do that. Or if you want to drop over, I call this like the droopy hands. You can let your hands just droop over or drape over your legs. All right. For those who are wanting to do the modification, the left leg comes out, the right leg comes over. And then your hands can droop down by the side, or you continue to hold on to the seats. Okay, that's that modified pose. Beautiful. You guys are doing great. Love it. Amazing. Slowly, we're going to start to rise up, belly, chest, and then head. Gently wrap your fingertips around the leg, and rotate the foot, and then bring it down to the ground. Awesome. We're going to go through a flow. Arms rise, reach up, lift up, overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. And what I want you to do is, everybody, we're going to come up, but I want you to come up, if you can, only if you can, by lifting up and coming into a mountain pose. For those who can't, just get up how you would normally get up and then come into your standing mountain pose. Beautiful, beautiful. And bring the hands down by the side. Beautiful. You guys are doing great. All right, I'm going to come on to the side of my chair. All right, but you can have the chair in front of you like this. I just want you to be able to see my feet. We're going to start out today in a tree pose, okay? Because we don't get to do a lot of tree poses. And I really, really want to make sure that we get a few of these balancing poses in. All right, let's do it. So just kind of wobble back and forth. If you want to hold on to your chair, you can. If you feel good not doing that, that's fine. All right, you're going to take your right foot and you're going to ground into the ground beneath you. It's like the sole of the foot is melting into the mat, all right? But then your left foot is going to lift up and you're going to find a home for it. Your toe, we can start out with the first stage of tree pose. Your toe can be on the mat. Your heel can be up above the right ankle. Okay. If you want to go into the second level, which is your foot is in between the knee and the ankle. It's not on the knee or the ankle. It's on that foreleg, that part of the inner foreleg that kind of sticks out. It's not necessarily the calf, and it's not necessarily the shin. It's that part in between, and it's meaty. That's the place where you want to place your sole of your foot. Or you can bring it up all the way to the thigh, the inner thigh, and you can stay here. If you're holding onto the chair, you can hold on, or if you want to let go, you can let go. If you're holding onto a wall, you can do that as well. One of the things that I want you to know is that if you're wobbly, you're doing it right. So if you're feeling a little wobbly, as long as you're not falling or collapsing, that's good. If you can add your arms to it, please do so. This way you become a tree. If you can add at least one arm to it, that's good. I want you to challenge yourself to feel a little bit of this wobbliness, because the more you feel wobbly, the more your body's going to compensate to build the muscles of balance. Okay? Think about a baby. Baby doesn't come out walking. Baby has to go through a process to balance, and they're wobbly at first, and then they get strong in their legs, and then they walk. God willing. Bring your hands down, bring the foot down, and just shake it out. All right, I'm going to come on the other side of my chair. And we're going to come on to the other side, which is the right side. All right. All right. We're going to allow ourselves to lean on to the left side a little bit more. So the weight falls onto the left leg and the left foot is supporting the body now. And then we're going to find a home for the foot. So we could do tree on the right side. Remember, we start out first stage, toe on the ground, heel above the ankle. Or you can go to the second stage, which is that meaty part on the inside of the foreleg on the left side, not the knee and not the ankle, never on the bone. Or the third. Okay. You're holding onto the chair, that's fine, or the wall. If you want to add your arms in, please do so. Yep, come into your tree. Find your tree. If you're not wobbly, then maybe you're not challenging yourself enough. You don't want to fall. You just want to have enough that you know you're at your boundary of getting stronger. Feeling just enough where your fingertips are maybe having to really connect to the chair. Maybe you have to kind of push yourself back and forth a little bit. Not to where you're collapsing or falling. You just want to be able to build the muscles. You got to challenge yourself to build the muscle. Okay? 2 more breaths. Last one. Then place the feet on the ground and walk them out. Beautiful. Come behind your chair. You're not there already. And we're going to come into a downward dog. See what time it is. Okay. We're just going to do 2 things for our back. So come into this downward dog. You can bring your forehead onto the top of the chair and just walk the legs out, or you can bring your hands down to the seat part of the chair and stretch out there. If you want to walk out the legs, you can do that as well. You can just start to roll your back, using your belly, stretching out the hips, stretching out the hamstrings. Whatever you need to do right now to feel okay. This is an opportunity to just be mobile and be fluid. 2 more breaths. And the last one. Bring your hands back up. Bring the right foot forward. Keep the right leg back. Bring the right leg forward. Keep the left foot back. Okay. Soften the right knee just a little bit. We're not going to do a lunge. What we're going to do is more of like a triangle pose. All right. You can hold on to the chair and lift up your left hand. If you feel like you want to bring your hand to the seat part, you can do that. Or if you feel like you want to do it without the chair, this is what it looks like. Okay, so those are your modifications. Find your place. All right, gently bring that left hand back down. Bring your right foot back to meet your left, and then just walk it out and come back into that downward dog. All right, bring the left foot forward. The right foot stays back. You're softening the left leg. All right. And this time you're going to see the back of me. All right. So if you have questions of what that looks like, you bring that elbow down, take the right hand, lift it up. All right. If you want to come down to the chair, this is what it looks like. The lower part of the chair, the seat. Or if you want to come all the way down where your fingertips are around the ankles, you can. If you happen to have a block, you can use a block. My hands come back. Take the left foot back to meet the right and walk it out into your last downward dog. Just stretching out the body. And this time, walk your feet all the way back. Straighten out your back. Straighten out your hands. Stretch out that body. Gaze up like you're looking towards your fingertips, and then reverse it. Tucking it down, looking down towards your thighs. Squeezing the core. Then back up. And then back. All right, and then walk it forward gently and slowly until you're standing. And come back into a mountain pose and just bring your hands, palms facing forward. Relax the body. Noticing what that felt like. 2 more breath cycles, and we're going to transition back to our seat to close the class. Come down to your seat, gently, take your time. Close the eyes. And congratulate yourself on a job well done today. You didn't have to come to class, but you did. You showed up, and you arrived, and that was enough. Every pose was enough. Nothing more, nothing less is required. See if you can relax the feet, the ankles, let the legs fall apart from one another. Let the lower part of your body rest. Relax your belly, your chest, your shoulders and arms. Relax the neck, the face, and the head. Allow your breath to have this open pathway all the way to the feet in your mind. Just see that the breath can flow without anything blocking it. In and out the body at its own pace. And relax and let go. And see if you can just make a commitment for the next few moments in Savasana to just be here, be present, without judgment, and with full compassion and love for yourself, and gratitude for each breath. At the center of everything, we have love. We are love. We embody love. We embrace love. And because of love, we live. Even if it feels faint or distant, love is always there. Allow yourself to just be open to all the characteristics of what love is. Gratitude, present moment of life. And knowing that you are enough to be loved and to love just as you are. And just breathe. If you'd like to continue in Savasana, you may do so as long as you like by leaving the session now. Otherwise, I will ring the singing bowl and we will close class together. Thank you so much for joining me today. Take it easy as you allow yourself to reset. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. Namaste.